Good morning, all. Enjoyed your vacations? And now back to school. So, how were your vacations? Enjoyed? Heard the stories from grandparents or from mom? Even I have brought one story for you. The story name is Mighty Bheem from your reader book MCB. Now, do you know who was Bheem? Bheem was one of the Pandavas. Pandavas were 5 brothers and their cousins were Kauravas. They were 100 brothers. Kauravas were ruling over the kingdom of Indraprastha and they did not want Pandavas to be there. So they told them to go away from the kingdom. Now Pandavas were roaming, wandering about in the forest, and they were scared that somebody might tell the Kauravas that where were they. So they wanted to hide their actual identity. They didn't want anyone to know who they were. So they were roaming around in disguise. Disguised as poor Brahmins. Disguised means changed their appearance. Now when they went roaming around, they reach a village of Ekachakra. Now in this village of Ekachakra lived a kind-hearted family. They were nice people. So they offered them a shelter. Shelter means a house to live in. Pandavas and their mother Kunti started living there. Now what they used to do? How would they get food every day, money for clothes? So they used to beg people. Beg means asking. Give me, please, give me. So they used to beg people for food and money. And whatever when they would come back in the evening, whatever they had got throughout the day, they would divide into 2 parts. One was given to Bheem, that's called the lion's share. And one was given to remaining 4 brothers and Kunti. Now how many brothers were there? There were 5 brothers. Eldest one was Yudhishthir. He was a very good judge. He never spoke wrong, false. Second was Bheem. He was very strong and mighty. Third was Arjun, who was a very good archer, very good at targeting. Fourth and 5, Nakul and Sahadev were twins. They were very knowledgeable and good looking. Now, they would divide the food into 2 parts, 2 equal halves. One half was given to Bheem because he was big and strong and needed a lot of food to get energy. What do you do to get energy? You have to eat food. Same way they were also eating. And 1 part was given to remaining 4 brothers and Kunti. Now, since they were living in one small cottage, in a small hut, their landlord, the one who owned the hut, that family, one day the brothers had gone for begging and Bheem and Kunti was at home. So Kunti just heard that they were shouting. The father of the family, there were 4 people in the family, father, mother and 2 children. Father was shouting, I must go. Mother was saying, I must go. And daughter was saying, I must go. The son was saying, I must go. It is my duty to save the family. Now Kunti got surprised. Like Kunti was puzzled. What were they saying? I must go, I must go. What is this? Where do they want to go? So she goes to them and asks, please, will you just tell me why the family is so upset and where are you talking about going to? So the family said, don't you know we have one demon living here in the village called Bakasur. In a cave outside the village, there lives a demon called Bakasur, and he is so strong and enormous, and he would kill all of us. But we have requested him that we'll send food to him every day, then he will not kill us. Now, how much food he wanted every day? Can you imagine? Every day he wanted to eat two buffaloes, big buffaloes, black ones. Three big baskets of food and one human being. Demons, they can eat human beings also, and they eat lots. So they said this much has to be sent to him every day, and today is our family's turn. So Kunti was very sad for them. Kunti felt sad. Oh, how sad. Some member of the family would die today. She thought, oh, why can't I send my son Bhim? He's so strong and mighty. He might he can fight with the demon and kill him. Because she knew Bhim was very strong. So she told the family, you don't worry, you don't go. Just give the food to Bhim. He'll go to the demon and let's see. They will fight. Let's see what happens. She knew that Bhim would be able to kill him. So next day Bhim collected the food. Bhim was very happy to help them. But when Yudhishthir came to know what mother had decided about with the family and committed there, he was very angry with mummy. He said, why have you put my brother in difficulty, in danger? The demon might kill him. So Kunti said, no. First thing, I know Bhim is very strong. He will only be able to kill the demon. And second, it is our duty in life. Everybody's duty in life to help the people who are in need, who are in problem. Even your mom tells if you see somebody needy, somebody in problem, you must help them. So this is what Kunti was teaching her children. So she said it's a duty. Anyway, Yudhishthira was quiet then. Then Bhim collected all the food, put the food in a cart and goes to demon's cave. And there, what he did? He was very naughty as well. He did not give the food to demon. He called him out of the cave. He said, come out if you want to have your food and take the food from me. I'm not going to give you food easily. The demon was surprised. He said, who's this? Calling out so angrily at me. Nobody has ever dared to talk like this to me. He just comes out of his cave and attacked in anger. He attacks Bhim. But Bhim was enormous in size, very huge. He was not at all affected. He just turned his back to the demon, and to tease him, he started eating that food which he had brought for him. Now demon got very wild, very angry. This person was talking so badly to him and he was so daring. Secondly, was eating his food even. He said, so what he did, he took a big tree, he uprooted one banyan tree and threw it at Bhim. Oof! For Bhim it was nothing. As if a fly had come and tickling him. For Bhim a big tree was nothing. It was like a fly. So he just put it away. Then demon, what he did, he started breaking boulders, big stones from the rocks, from the ground, and throwing at Bhim. He started throwing them at Bhim. For Bhim, it was again nothing. Now he said, my God, what's happening to this person? By that time, Bhim had finished eating up everything. He just wiped his fingers and he turned to demon. He said, what's this? He got up to fight with him. Now, these two big, enormous sized people fighting, one demon and one Bhim. The struggle, the fight was so dreadful, so scary, and it was like they were wrestling. The sky started shivering, the earth trembled under their feet, and there was a chaos, total chaos everywhere. It was two huge people fighting. And finally, Beam lifted this demon up in his hands and threw him on the ground. Oof! It was so forcefully he had thrown the demon on the ground and when the demon fell on the ground, the dust rose everywhere. It was a storm of dust in the air. After some time, when the dust settled down, then Beam saw that the demon who was lying on the ground had actually become dead. He was no more alive. Now Beam was happy, he had killed another demon. In the past also he had killed many of them. He used to fight with demons and get rid of these people on earth. Now when he came back to the village, the people were overjoyed to see him. Oh, Beam had killed the demon. They had got rid of the demon. They would no more be sending things to him. Otherwise they were very scared of him. But now there was no need to be scared of him. Beam had killed him. But one point. Pandavas thought, now this story would spread everywhere. People would come to know that such a huge person is there and he's so strong and mighty who had killed the demon. So people would recognize that it must be Beam only. They were scared that people would come to know about them. The enemies would come there and take them away or kill them. So when the night fell, it got evening time, got dark everywhere. The Pandavas did not tell anyone and quietly they left that village and went somewhere else. So this was the story about Bhim. I'm sure like those who have heard about the great epic Mahabharata, they must be aware of this story and aware of these five brothers' stories of victory and power and justice. Now, today we did the story. Now you all have got the books. You are going to read it. You will read the story from the book. Again, we'll meet tomorrow in the class and we'll do the hard words. Okay? You'll be doing the story now?